in the newsroom here. 5:39. I was going to say Fry 39. 5:39 is the time on your Friday. We got a car into a guardrail. This is on the 94 West, right at Spring Street. May slow things down for you as you make your way. Cameras are not working yet, so let's go ahead and just see what's happening across your traffic maps. We're at steady speeds for the most part. No major issues nor delays. About 67 to 75 mile per hour speeds on the 5 and the 805. Coming in from the East County headed west, about 70 to 75 mile per hour speeds, and same deal out of the North County. Full span of the Coronado Bridge, you're in pretty good shape. So nothing really to talk about in terms of slowing or any major crashes. Always happy to report that first thing in the morning. 3 to 7 minutes for all of those drives headed west in from the East County right now. And if you're traveling in from the North County headed southbound, an 11-minute drive both on the 5 and the 15. Full span of the 78 coming in from Escondido to Oceanside under 15, 10 to 15 right now in from the South Bay. Netta, I'm distracted by this tease that says happiest place on earth. I'm like, Disneyland, where? What's going on? Netta, good morning and happy Friday to you. Finally made it to the end of the week. We are looking at Friday light drives out there. We got a crash. Look out for this in the right shoulder on the 15 South right before you hit the 5 connector. So this could slow things down. Let's say you're headed, I don't know, towards Coronado, towards the 5 North. You may encounter some slowing there. All right, let's go ahead and zoom on out. We're seeing a lot of green across the maps, and that's the color we love to see. We are at steady speeds coming in from the South Bay as well as the East County. Average speeds everywhere are ranging anywhere between 65 to 75 miles per hour. And then up in the North County, no major issues out of Oceanside and Escondido. In about 7 minutes or so, we'll take a look at what your Friday travel times have in store. Netta? Any lanes, but it is on the right shoulder and may slow things down as you make your way in from Fallbrook, Rainbow, or Bonsall. It's on the 15 South right at Gopher Canyon Road. So that is a popular stretch, but thankfully things are pretty quiet right now and it's not causing much slowing. On the 5 and the 805, no major issues, nothing really to talk about here. We're still at steady speeds, 70, 75 mile per hour speeds headed northbound. If you're traveling in from the East County headed west, average speeds about 70 to 80 miles per hour. Slow down, folks. 80 is way too fast. 70, 75 mile per hour speeds in from Oceanside and Escondido, and about 60 mile per hour speeds to get you towards the city of Coronado. We're averaging 3 to 6 minutes, so really easy and nice drives coming in from the East County this morning, headed west. If you're traveling southbound in from the North County, we love to see the green. We're at average speeds there. This is good news. Let's say if you're headed out of town for the holiday weekend and you got to catch a flight, you are looking at really nice drives across the entire county along our major freeways. Back to you. On your Friday, thankfully, we're still looking at steady speeds across the board. I am sad to say that a lot of our Caltrans cameras are down this morning, so I'm just going to go ahead and start off with the traffic maps once again. We're still tracking this incident near the Logan Heights area as you make your way into National City via the 15 South. As you approach the 5, you may encounter that crash, not blocking any lanes, but it may cause a little bit of brake tapping, especially if you're headed towards the 5. Maybe you're going to Coronado or headed to Chula Vista. We're also tracking another crash, this one on the right shoulder, also not blocking any lanes, and this is in Hidden Meadows on the 15 South right at Gopher Canyon Road. And let's say you're headed in from Fallbrook, Rainbow, maybe even Bonsall on the 15. That may slow things down for you. We're looking at nothing but green this morning, and I assure you it's pretty much going to likely be a rinse and repeat on Monday as a lot of people have school and work off. 65, 70 mile per hour speeds coming in from the South Bay this morning. Same deal coming in from the East County, and here's what you can expect coming out of the North County. Full span of the Coronado Bridge, average speeds about 60 miles per hour or so. And as we pull up some of those travel times, anywhere between 3 to 7 minutes for all of those drives coming in from the East County headed west. And here's what it looks like out of the North County south. Pair of 11s on the 5 and the 15, full span of the 78, 70 mile per hour speeds, about 15-minute drive for you, and 10 to 15 for those drives headed northbound and from Chula Vista, National City. Netta?
Thank you very much, Vanessa.
Wake up this Friday. They want to sleep in. All right, just a heads up, if you are traveling in from Fallbrook or the Rainbow neighborhoods headed southbound on the 15 towards Escondido, you may encounter some slowing due to a crash on the right shoulder in Hidden Meadows on the 15. That's right at Gopher Canyon Road. We're still all in the green, folks. Again, we are looking at Friday light to say the least. 65, 70 mile per hour speeds in from the South Bay. Same deal, not much happening out of the East County nor out of the North County. and full span of the Coronado Bridge. Average speeds about 60 miles per hour. About 3 to 7 minutes right now for those drives headed in from the East County westbound. Back to you guys. Low nor red develop through that area, which means that we're at steady speeds. As we move a little more south, this one just popped up on the CAD. This is the 15 right at Mira Mesa. This could cause issues for those headed in from the Forest Ranch, Rancho Bernardo, Rancho Penasquitos area, trickling down to the 163. And then this one occurred overnight, but it is still active. This is on the right shoulder in San Diego on the 15 south right at the 5 freeway. All right, North County, let's go ahead and highlight you guys. Intro up to the 94 near the City Heights area, a 15-minute ride, average speed 68 miles per hour, and about 10 or so in from National City as you make your way through the curves, eventually landing towards the Point Loma neighborhoods. That'll take you about 10 minutes and average speeds close to about 70 miles per hour. Back to you guys.
Check the traffic.
Yeah, for the most part, we're looking at Friday light drives. I will say we do have several of those crash indicators across our traffic map. So let's go ahead and take you to the North County where we're tracking a crash on the right shoulder in Hidden Meadows. All of our problems are on the 15 this morning. We have one near Gopher Canyon, and then we have another one still on the 15 in Mira Mesa right before you hit Mira Mesa Boulevard. And then this one, a driver reportedly fell asleep at the wheel. This is on the right shoulder in San Diego or near the Logan Heights area on the 15 South, right at the 5 connector. Travel times are still in really good shape. It'll take you about 10 to 25 minutes to get you southbound in from the North County this morning. Back to you guys. Drives across the entire board this morning. In fact, still nothing to really talk about. 10 to nearly 20 minutes right now on the 515 and the 78. Again, standing by my theory, everyone chooses Friday to work from home, and maybe some people even took today off for a nice 4-day weekend. 10 to 15 right now if you're traveling inbound from the South Bay. Crews are clearing up some debris on the 5 South at Mile of Cars that may have you slow and go as you make your way northbound in from Chula Vista headed towards that direction. We're still continuing to track this incident on the 15 right at Mira Mesa Boulevard that could slow things down for anyone headed south, let's say in from Ted Williams. Right now we're all in the green, so this is my good news to you this Friday. We are not seeing any slowing. In fact, we're at steady speeds across the entire board. That goes for the north, south, and east counties. Cat, so I'm a little, yeah, a little bit. But I love seeing the photos, all of the photos that you guys send in. All right, look out for a traffic break. The center lane is blocked as crews clear some debris in National City. This is on the 5 right at Mile of Cars. Do people work in San Diego, you guys?
No.
Because there is no one on the freeways right now. Like 17-minute ride. Back to you guys. There was a traffic break issued because crews had to clear that out of the way. We're still tracking some activity on the right shoulder on the 15 right at Mira Mesa, so that may slow things down as you're headed out the door this morning. Right now, we're seeing the slowest drives. I mean, if you want to call them slow, it's a very small stretch of brake tapping that we're tracking in from the South Bay, 38 mile per hour speeds, most of the slowing around Imperial and Market all the way up to the 94, and then those speeds start to increase after that. CBS8.com is where you can find more traffic and weather. The Mile of Cars on the 5, that may slow things down for you, but it looks like crews have cleared that up. And then this is still popping up. It's still active on the CAD here. That crash in Mira Mesa right before you hit Mira Mesa Boulevard towards a 163 connector. The main slowing that I'm seeing is coming in from the South Bay, and it is slow and go starting at about Imperial all the way up to the 94. It's a very small stretch of slowing, and it likely will not impact the overall travel time to get where you got to go this morning. Average speeds 50 miles per hour in from San Ysidro up to City Heights, 20 minutes. It's not terrible at all. 10 minutes right now in from the 54 up to the 8. And here's a quick look at those travel times, all in the green out of the East County. Back to you guys. A little early. Because it looks like a lot of those cams are down. So let's go ahead and start off across our major freeways. I mean, I'm still tracking really nice drives across the county. Even though we've had accidents on the 15, they haven't caused any slowing. So we're seeing a lot of green indicating steady speeds across the board. So yeah, if you want to hit the road early, maybe have weekend plans, now is certainly the time to do so. 25 mile per hour speeds is what we're averaging as you make your way northbound coming in from Chula Vista. That's the slowest drive I'm really seeing across our major freeways is the 805 starting around National City. Headed up towards North Park. 20 minutes right now inbound from San Ysidro up to the 94. We'll likely match a lot of these travel times and speeds Monday as well because it is a holiday. 3 to 7 minutes right now as far as those drives coming in from the East County. If you're traveling in from the North County headed south, about 10 to nearly 20 minutes to get you inbound from Oceanside and Escondido. Full span of the 78, 15 to 17 minutes, average speeds about 58 miles per hour. 50-mile-per-hour speeds, and it looks like since then we have gained momentum. 75-mile-per-hour speeds now headed north. 10 to 15 right now if you're headed in from the South Bay. San Ysidro up to the 94, 16-minute ride, about 10 minutes shooting in from National City to the 8 freeway. Travel times coming in from the East County still in really good shape, 3 to 7 minutes. CBS 8 half of the day, or they're just simply taking a 4-day weekend as opposed to a 3. It's been really quiet across our major freeways. Always happy to report that we're at steady speeds, and it looks like drivers are behaving behind the wheel. I'm not tracking any major crashes nor delays at this hour. Steady speeds, 65-mile-per-hour speeds coming in from the East County. Same deal out of the North County this morning. That includes Oceanside and the Escondido drives on the 5 and the 15. Travel times in really good shape, 10 to 15 minutes right now. Smooth sailing headed northbound in from the South Bay. About 10 to 15 minutes for those overall travel times, 3 to 7 minutes on the 94, the 8, as well as the 52 this morning. And if you're traveling in from the North County, a pair of 11s on the 5 and the 15, 67, 71 mile per hour speeds, and about 17 full span of the 78 in from Escondido as you make your way through the Vista and San Marcos neighborhoods. Back to you guys.
All right, Vanessa, thank you for that.